Yo, yo, how we doing? Um, Find it funny how when I record with these like Sandbrook Sundays, whatever, I still use the same method of me putting my phone up against like a glass or like a pencil stand or something. Like sometimes I use this. I'm actually using a mug today, so yeah, I don't know if that's an upgrade or not. But anyways, I don't know how to come across during this video, but I I did what I set out to do this year, and I'm proud. I'm very proud of what I've achieved this year, and yeah, I didn't really have anything. I didn't really have anything planned when I press play. But I'm very proud of what I've achieved this year, and grateful for everything um, that's happened in terms of my music this year. Um, Maybe not in other departments of my life, but in terms of my music, um, it's been a very successful year, and yeah, it's I'm not taking these long pauses to be like philosophical or anything or whatever. I'm genuinely just thinking about what to say because I have nothing. I don't know what to say. Um, but the start of this year, I said I was gonna hit 50K, and I did. I set me and my friend. We went to a coffee shop, and we like just set out all the goals for the year. And the goal was to hit 50K. I was on like I have a picture of this time last year, or maybe a bit earlier, so like mid-November, of me being on 200 listeners, and I think the very end of this year I was on like 1,000. Um, yeah, so 200 or 1,000 to 60. I'm on 60,000 now. Is yeah, it's immense. It's crazy, and I don't know, because usually when I hit these milestones, I'm very like I was looking back on another Sandbrook Sunday that when was this? 6 months ago. It was in June when How It Was first came out, and I hit 10K. And I remember I hit 10K, and I was very happy with 10K because it's the first time it's double digits, and that milestone is, in my head, it was a big thing to me, but in my head it was always, it's only 10,000. It's only, you know what I mean, like it's a big deal, but because of how I just perceive things and how I just am in general, I was just like, it's only 10K. It doesn't mean that much. But I'm starting to reach these milestones now where it's like, it's 60K, it's 50K. Like, it's not just like, yeah, which is weird. I yeah, and I don't know how I'm coming across to you guys. I don't want it to be in a negative way. Um, but it is crazy. Um, like I have enough monthly listeners right now to fill out the Emirates Stadium, which is Arsenal Stadium. If people don't know. Um, and like again, I talk back to this same video, and I did in June. I spoke to about this same video of me in my pajamas, um, being so obsessed with music he couldn't go to sleep. He couldn't listen to music. He was so obsessed with making social media content and filming Sandbrook Sundays. The whole video is about how I couldn't listen to music. And I look back at that and I'm thinking, wow, that feels so long ago, but it's only 2 years ago. But I feel like I'm just such a completely different person. And that's not even in like a very profound and like deep way. It's not. It just feels like so much has changed. Like I've had to learn so much during making music. I've had to do everything myself. Had to learn everything myself. I literally started from scratch. The only thing I could do was play the guitar. That was the only thing I could do. I didn't know I could sing. I didn't know I could write lyrics. I didn't know I could write songs. The only thing I knew how to do was be able to play classical music on the guitar. Like, that is it. I had to learn the production. I had to learn the music marketing. I had to learn everything. And again, I'm not being like, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying what I had to do. And that version of me was still at the very beginning. He was still at the very, very, very bottom. He had no idea what to do. And yeah, I just feel like I'm just a completely different person to that person. But I still have the same desire as he does. That hasn't changed. But in terms of what I know now and what he knows now, it's completely different. Like he has no that version of me that version of me has no idea the amount of work he has to put in. Has no idea. He might think, oh, I've got so much work to do, but he has no idea what I've had to endure to get to where I am now. And I'm just being realistic. This is not me. Yeah, it's a fact. Like, but yeah, man. I'm just grateful for everyone who's helped me along the way. Yeah, it's just surreal. It just feels like this year's just been a crazy learning experience in every way, and I just like I know when people say, "Oh, I feel like a completely different person from the start of this year to the end of this year," but I really do. And that would have nothing to do with like music milestones or whatever. If I was in the same situation I was at the start of this year in terms of music, I would still have grown a lot as a person. So I wouldn't say, oh, I'm only growing because I've hit milestones. No, I'm not saying that. But yeah, it just feels weird. I feel like December's always a time where I remember it being this time last year. December was very much a time of not, I don't know, not emptiness, but it's more of a sense of, it's more of a sense of, you know, music kind of dies down during this month. So, people take, I usually take like a break end of the month, end of December. So the first 2 weeks, it just feels like a kind of directionless limbo month for me. I don't know if people feel the same. You might do. But it feels like a very, just like going with the flow month kind of thing. I've been kind of stagnated recently because I had jury service and then I was ill, so I couldn't really release any music. And then I'm gonna take a break for the last 2 weeks of the end of December, so I didn't want it to be on off for making music. So I'm just kind of like studying music marketing right now. Shout out Jesse Cannon, my goat. But yeah, 50,000. It did feel surreal when I first reached it. It did feel nice to see 50,000. Even his 60,000 is cool as well. But it's never enough, is it? You see the 50,000 and you're like, why isn't it 100? Yeah. So yeah, I'm very proud. I'm very grateful of all of you guys that have listened. I cannot describe how thankful I am. But yeah, yeah. I do sometimes wonder what, like, if I told that version of myself 2 years ago that he's hit 50,000, what his reaction would be. I don't know. I don't know whether it'll be like, okay, I knew you were gonna do that, as in like a kind of delusional self-belief kind of thing that I fill myself with, or would he just be so gassed? I genuinely don't know, because I can see him both ways doing. Okay, well, why isn't it 100,000 yet? Just in kind of that, not in that like arrogant way, but in more just that delusional. You got bigger goals than that anyway, so just keep going. Or would he be just like, oh my god, you did it? I think the more milestones I hit, the less I care about stuff like this. The more I just care about making music that I really enjoy listening to and that I'm very proud of making. I think Love Yourself is like the first song I can like listen to and be like, wow, I'm so proud of that song. And I think that is a bigger achievement than a lot of the things I've achieved this year musically. So like I'll listen to that song and be like, oh my god, like that is like, yeah, that's my sound. That's like, I'm so proud of that. And I don't think that's the first time I think I can ever say that. I listened to How It Was, and I think How It Was is great, but I always beat myself up with the production and the recording of that song. Obviously, most people don't care about it because people are listening to it a lot, and I'm very thankful for that. But when I listen to it, I beat myself up like crazy about that song. I'm just like, oh my god, why did you do that? But it doesn't matter because the song's already out, and there's nothing I can do to change it. But yeah, a lot of songs to come next year. Yeah. Also, another thing, I saw Timothée Chalamet speech. I think I posted it on my story yesterday. It starts with like him saying he's really in the pursuit of greatness, and that shit gasses me up every time I hear it. It actually just, there's something about it, man. Like, it's actually crazy. When he says he's in pursuit of greatness, he's inspired by the greats. Man, it's crazy. I swear, I listen to I've watched it like 20 times in the last 2 days. I swear, like, because he's right, man. I think that's what we should all be part of. We should all be part of being in the pursuit of greatness. And Timothée Chalamet is for sure in that conversation, and I am as well. It's yeah, we're in the pursuit of greatness. So new album next year. Diary entry's coming out New Year's Day. Classic. Every single New Year's Day, diary entry comes out. I'll probably make another video about diary entry. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to recording some of these songs that I've already written. I think they're like insane. I'm very proud of them. But yeah, man, it's been a weird year. I'm not gonna say it's been a good year. I'm just gonna say it's been a weird year. But life moves on, like it always does. I've learned a lot. And there's obviously stuff you have to learn from, so yeah. Okay, I'm done. I'm done yapping. Goodbye. Thank you so much for everything. I'm so grateful.